Hello all my internet friends, what is good on the internet and what is good in life? The name is Long Island 495. Once again, I apologize for the crappy webcam video quality. I really need to get a new webcam and fast. But taking a little bit of a break from opening day and all of the hubbub and celebration going on, MLB opening day going on, Donovan McNabb, in other sports news, has been traded. That's right, traded within the division from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Washington Redskins. The terms of the deal that McNabb has been traded for I believe it's a second-round draft pick this year. The Redskins have which would be the 37th overall pick in this year's NFL draft, and either a third or a fourth rounder sometime in 2011. So essentially, at least for now, they traded McNabb for Dan Snyder's eyeglasses. And Dan Snyder without eyeglasses probably isn't all that of a good sight to see that bum. But McNabb has been traded to the Washington Redskins, and fans are hella surprised that even not only was the fact that he was traded, but the fact that he was indeed traded within the division to a division rival. Now, does this make the Redskins possible playoff contenders? It may, because of who their coach is. Remember, they hired Mike Shanahan shortly after they had fired Jim Zorn, and they paid all that cash to Shanahan. And now with him and McNabb and everything else that they seem to be doing down there in Washington, now they seem to be starting to build up that team. It looks like that Jason Campbell's tenure in the D.C. area as a Redskin is about to come to an end. They also went ahead after, I believe, after Rex Grossman or something like that. But it looks like Jason Campbell, and they need to get rid of Jason Campbell, is gone. McNabb is in. So, two things in particular that I want to get away out of this deal. The fans in Philadelphia, for some reason, I don't know what it is to the fans in Philadelphia, but for a while, they have been talking about the ineffectiveness of Donovan McNabb when it comes to big games, big playoff games, that he has been unable to get the job done when it really matters. NFC Championship Games, Super Bowls, the one Super Bowl that he was in, where he allegedly vomited on the field or on the sidelines because his body wasn't up to it. There was all that was going on, and the Philly fans went absolutely crazy. The Philly fans also went crazy with all of the injuries. He has been injury prone for the most part in his career. And what really set off also a lot of Philly fans was when McNabb, a few years ago, after he played that game against the Cincinnati Bengals, when he said that ended in a tie a couple of years ago, when McNabb said, "I didn't know a football game could end in a tie." And that really made a lot of Philly fans calling into Sports Talk Radio and WIP in 97.5 really incensed at the dude. And he's 33 years old. I think he still has a few good years left in him. But apparently they had to make a decision, the Eagles did, between McNabb, Kevin Kolb, and Michael Vick. And I guess the Eagles finally decided it's time to move into the future. We love you, McNabb, but we got to move on and see what this kid Kevin Kolb's got. And so he's going to be the starter, and Michael Vick is going to be the backup. It seems as though, for some reason, and I just mentioned this, that the fans, for the most part in Philadelphia, or at least if you believe what you hear in the media, have been unappreciative of Donovan McNabb's success. Now, maybe it has not translated into Super Bowls or anything like that, but McNabb has taken the Eagles to 5 NFC Championship games plus a Super Bowl. I'll take 5 NFC Championship games plus 1 Super Bowl even if I don't win one over, let's say a couple of playoff trips here and there, and also maybe one playoff win or something like that over that same span of time. Remember, they also got to the playoffs one year. The Eagles did also under Jeff Garcia, one of those years when McNabb was injured. I forgot which year that was. That may have been 2007. So again, that's the big news of the day. Donovan McNabb traded to the Washington Redskins. What do you think about this Philadelphia? Are you sad to see him go? How many good years do you think that he still has left in the NFL? Remember, he is 33, and I personally think that he still has, that he is still one of the top 10 quarterbacks in all of the NFL, along with Brady and Peyton Manning and Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Brett Favre. Believe it or not, we're still talking about Brett Favre in 2010. Very interesting also that I mentioned where Brett Favre and his team, the Minnesota Vikings, because there was some speculation that if Brett Favre pulled another one of his, I'm retired, I'm going to retire, then I come back at training camp stunts, that perhaps McNabb was thinking about moseying on over up to join Chile and the Minnesota Vikings. Well, that won't happen. He's a Redskin now. And again, enough about me. Let's get to you. What's your opinion on the deal? How do you think he'll do in Washington? How do you think he'll operate under Shanahan's West Coast offense, where he loves to use the pass to set up a run? Remember, McNabb is 33. He doesn't seem to run the way he used to, but he's still a somewhat of an effective running quarterback, more so than most who just pass. You know where to leave your comments, leave your thoughts. Until next time, I'm Long Island 495, and I will see you on the internet somewhere. Out.